Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my once a month edition of my newsletter/newsletter video. It's called the State of the Market. I try to do it every second week of the month. So obviously we're in March. This is your March State of the Market. So happy March. This year is flying by. We're already finishing up Q1 at the end of this month. Time has already, the daylight savings, we've already gone ahead the hour. Crazy, crazy. Year is flying by. Spring has definitely sprung when it comes to the market. It's been unbelievable. Just submitted an offer 30,000 over for my buyers. We didn't get it. I was close, I was told. But I haven't submitted a 30,000 over ask offer since 2022, the first half of 2022. So that's eye opening. We also just listed a semi in the mid 700s, and there is 20 showings on it. I mean, again, take this back to last year at this time. There would have been one, two showings, maybe nothing. So we even listed a commercial property with like warehouses and such. It's over $2 million. We've had two or three showings on that already. So it's really really heating up out there. Oh, there's good news again with the rates, and it's just people are coming out. They're coming out. They're shaking the cobwebs off, the rust, and they are submitting offers on houses. So the way I structure the state of the market is I give you the couple of news clips first. So general news on Staten Island. So I put something about protecting Staten Island's South Shore coast. They're doing the Breakwaters project to protect us from another Sandy or something like that. This will help the water break out there so it doesn't come crushing us here. Homeowners, I put the February 2024 MLS housing data on it that's provided by Staten Island MLS. Very, interesting. Again, it's kind of showing. I printed it out, but it's showing pretty much what I have as well. Obviously, because I break the numbers down in my state of the market. But it's a nice little booklet. A lot of information in here, so definitely worth checking out if you have a few minutes. The $500 credit is dead as of March 20th. That's going to completely change the game with listings. Up until March 20th, so now and forever ago, you were able to simply, as the seller of a home, you could just sign a $500 sign a form that says, "Listen, I'm giving you $500 at closing, credited, for you to get a home inspection, and everything with the house is off me. I don't have to worry about anything. I gave you $500 to get a home inspection." But that's changing to now this like almost booklet where you have to fill out major information about like everything on the house. So it's going to change listing appointments. It's going to change a lot of things. You're going to have some knowledge on your home and how old is the roof, how old is the water heater, how old is this, how old is that, were you ever flooded, anything like that is going to have to go in there. So very interesting. Excited to see. Well, I guess excited to see how that plays out. Future homeowners. So I put an article about young adults living with parents. It's just much more prevalent nowadays. Affordability all around is at seemingly an all-time low. It's difficult to go to the grocery store. It's the cars are, a Chevy Tahoe, because I wanted one a couple of years ago. I think it was like $750 a month. So I got the step down. I said I got a Traverse. And I said, all right, when this goes back in 3 years, then we'll explore the Tahoe. It went back, and the Tahoe is $1,200. So it's everything is just through the roof. So, young adults living with parents, much more common. Investors, cash buyers have advantage in obtaining price cuts, obviously. Oftentimes a seller would be more apt to take a cash deal where you can close in 3 weeks. There's no appraisal process. There's nothing really possibly hindering the deal down the road. It's just, here it is. Here's my money. I'm buying your house. So maybe they would take, let's just say, 500,000 cash as opposed to 520 with a mortgage and a lower down payment or something like that. So That's obvious though. That's been going on forever. But cool little article about that. Another one about the whole country is watching New York City and its commercial incentives and this and that and what's going on because everyone's kind of struggling and everyone's having difficulties. So New York City's kind of paving the way as usual, and the whole country is watching and seeing what happens. I just hope we don't go down wrong paths. Uh, Investors bought 25% of affordable houses. See, that becomes some of the issue, right? And that's why these programs come out like the First Look initiative. So sometimes when an REO or a real estate owns, aka foreclosure, hits the market, it'll have a stipulation. This property is under the First Look program, which means it's open for, let's just say, a week, a month, some certain time period, usually about a week, I think. For the first week, only owner occupants can make an offer on that house. So what does that do? It staves the money, the hungry investors that are ready to pounce on anything. And this REO just hit for 350. I'll buy it. Boom. Here's my offer, cash. Boom, done deal. It stops that. It gives the struggling person who's looking to buy their first house and it's getting outbid and outpriced and on everything. It gives them a shot. So you know, and that's why investors bought 25% of all affordable houses last month. So that's why these programs exist. It's a little rough out there. And then renter news. The good cause evictions are hurting tenants. You gotta. It's a long one. Click in there. They're always trying to in New York. They're always trying these progressive and all these different things to make it be better for everyone and easier for everybody. But oftentimes these things end up hurting everybody, which seems to be the case with this one. So read around in there. Okay, now let's get to the point of the state of the market, my market highlights. So, snapshot of last month's statistics. So, obviously, we're halfway through March. I don't have March's full statistics yet, so we always go off of the previous month. So, average sale price of a home for February 2024, 697,000. That's down 2% year over year, down 2% month over month. Median price 649,000. That's up 1% year over year, down 5% month over month. Average discount 7.3%. So you can expect on a listing price of a house, let's just say for easy numbers, $100,000, which you'll never find here, but unless it's a co-op, $100,000 house, you can expect to get it for about $93,000, right? 92 and change. That is down 34% year over year. So last February, you were getting 34% more of a discount. You see how that's changed? And that's up 30% month over month. So last month you were getting about a 5% discount. This month it's about a 7.3, and that'll bounce, right? It could be 5, 7, maybe next month or this month when we see it, maybe it's 6. But and that creates a large percentage, right? 30%. But it bounces 5, 7, 6, 4, 9. It could bounce considerably, but to put it into perspective, in 2022, 2021. It was like a 1% on average, 1%, half percent. So definitely, you're definitely getting much more of a discount in the last year or two. Available, there's 834 homes available on the market right now. Now, I think these numbers are skewed. I think they messed up putting clerically putting the numbers in for last February, but 834 numbers, it says it's 270% up year over year. I don't think the inventory was that short last year that we would be up 270%. I think that was a mistake on their end, but I have no way to check or clarify that. So, and then it's up 5% month over month. So there's 5% more houses on the market in Staten Island than there were in January, which is the trend that we're starting to see, right? As the rates, as everything gets a little bit better, people are making moves. So people that were on the fence with selling, all right, I'll throw it up, I'll sell. So, and the buyers are coming, so, this is showing everything we're talking about. There were 181 properties closed on. That is down 3% year over year, down 25% month over month. Now, January would typically have higher closings because a lot of people, for tax purposes, if you're about to close, let's just say December 20th, maybe you'll say, listen, can you hold it off 2 weeks? I'd rather put it into my 2024 taxes. So the fact that we're down 25% month over month, that's not alarming to me or anything like that. There's also the whole last week of December. Let's just say that a closing would be fine on, let's just say, March 22nd, right? But December 22nd, it's like in 2 days is Christmas Eve, Christmas. Then there's that whole week that the whole world just loses, right? In between Christmas and New Year's, you kind of just don't know where you are, don't know what day it is. And then it's New Year's, so you kind of lose the back third of December. So, there's always going to be more closings. I think January will have more than December and February because January is kind of indicative of like 2 months worth of closing. So, that's that. And then in contract, we have 242 houses in contract as of February 29th. That is 6%. I'm sorry, that's up 6% year over year. And that is up 1% month over month. So that is also indicative of, more houses are moving, right? We're up. We're up with the houses that are in contract. So my featured listings, 306 Alyssa Way. We just accepted our third offer on that one, hopefully going into contract this week. 181 Port Richmond Avenue, really cool bank property. It's actually, we have a lot of showings. We've had like 3 or 4 showings this week. We're doing some creative financing with that. We have a very interesting deal on the table. And it's cool. It's cool to see like 2 agents working with such creativity that you typically, you would see between like investors, right? When agents aren't involved, but we're involved and we're coming up with some creative things to get this thing sold. So it's cool. 90 Bay Street Landing, 6K. This is a luxury New York City style, completely condo, views of Manhattan, 2 minutes from the ferry, etc., etc. Really cool. So, and I have a few off-market properties too that I'd love to let you know about. Just reach out to me and I will divulge all my information, all my secrets. Mortgage rates. So as of March 10th, I mean they're clean in the sixes. 6.85 is what a 30-year fixed, conventional is showing. FHA is closer to 5 than it is to 6. A 30-year FHA is showing 6.38% on average. So that's interesting. It's the reason that we're having all this insanity right now. And then let's sign off this month. A couple of pieces of information. So I said to check my coming soon out below. There's a lot of properties listed. So I'll kind of rattle them off to you. 306 Alyssa Way. So again, just to show the state of the market per se, when it did go back on market this past weekend, there were 15 to 18 showings requests. We only let a handful in before we got a great offer at ask, and the seller was like, "Look, please, I don't want to keep showing. Let's just try to go with this one." So, but if you price your house correctly, just watch the magic happen. Watch everything come in. It's very interesting. So also I've been sending out possible investment property opportunities to my Ready for Launch group. If you're not receiving them, you got to come to our next meetup. Join us, and then you'll be on this list, and you'll get some pretty good properties in there. Everything I've been sending out is gone already. It's well, for the most part picked up, gone, and then the one that isn't has a lot of interest in it. So there's all that. So coming soon. Possibly have a ranch in Tottenville, which I ran comps on it. There's nothing. If you want a ranch in Tottenville right now, there's no other property other than this potential one. So It's most likely going to be priced mid sixes, maybe low sevens. I think probably the 600s. But that's gonna go quick in my opinion because it is there's nothing else. If you want that, that's it. Detached, gorgeous house, 10310. This one is very nice. I just checked it out for the first time over the weekend. That should be coming within the next month. It's gonna be about $1 million price point. Beautiful. Wow, wow, what a house. 4 bedrooms, fully finished basement, 2 car garage. Really, really, really nice. Double lot with a house on it. You can build a second house. My opinion would be to build a two-family because it is 2 family new construction just sold around the block for 980. So it's got a huge lot, huge. Definitely worth checking out. Detached colonial 10310, also separate basement entrance. He's going to be asking 650. I have a 2,200 square foot loft in Manhattan, a flex 4 bedroom, West 29th and 6th. They are asking $15,000 a month, which when you run comps, that's what the comps are going for. And they're going in like 2 to 4 weeks when they're on market. This is off market, so it's passed in smaller circles. But the minute I get the green to throw it up on Street Easy and everywhere else, this should be gone in 2 to 3 weeks. 4 family in Brooklyn, Sunset Park. Looks like that may be hitting end of the month. He's going to be asking 2.6 ish. Very interesting property. Bungalow in Newport Beach. That's potentially hitting within the next month or two. Should be in the mid 300s. Redone as well to a degree. Very pretty. And 2 family Canarsie, mid 800s or so. That should be hitting in probably the summertime. So that's that. Have a great month. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. And I'll see you next week for our regular newsletter.